Hey guys, just ran across an article here by Human Events, a conservative website. President Obama's former doctor claims that the president lacks passion, feeling, and humanity. In a revealing new book, the amateur author Edward Klein interviews President Barack Obama's physician, Dr. David Shiner, MD, who blasts the president's health care plan and says that President Obama has an academic detachment that he could never break through. The doctor fears that if the health care plan is the failure, he believes it will be because of runaway costs and other problems, then any health reform will be set back for years to come. These are only a few of many reveals in Klein's book, which makes the case that President Obama is not the political machine that people fear, but an amateur with a messianic complex who is completely out of his depth. In an exclusive preview of The Amateur by Human Events, Obama's longtime physician reveals the lack of humanity in Obama's character and carelessness with which he enacted the entirely politicized health insurance reform, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, often called Obamacare. Shiner said that he believes the president miscalculated politically and that the health reform is ultimately doomed to fail. Worse, Shiner doubts the character of a man who holds the highest and most influential office in America. I think there is too much of the University of Chicago in him, by which I mean he's academic, lacks passion and feeling, and doesn't have the sense of humanity that I expected. The author Klein, later in the book, compares Obama's personality to the early 20th century progressive president Woodrow Wilson by quoting the historian Forrest McDonald, who called Wilson's perception of himself little short of messianic. Klein says that McDonald's description of Wilson fits Obama to a T. The Amateur is set to be released Tuesday, May 15th. It is published by Regnery Publishing, owned by Eagle Publishing, which also owns Human Events. In the chapter titled Hollow at the Core, Obama's former physician, who is a liberal, blasts the president for being uncaring and perhaps worse, incompetent. Oh, no, you don't say. He has no cost control. There would be no effective cost control, said Schneider. The Congressional Budget Office said it's going to be incredibly expensive, and the thing that I'm incredibly worried about is if it is a failure, that I think it will be, then health reform will be set back for a long time, long time. Shiner said that the Obama administration neglected the advice of real physicians and instead decided to let political operatives craft Obama's signature health care law. People like Obama's former chief of staff, Rahm Emanuel's brother, Dr. Ezekiel Emanuel, were the kinds of medical people that the White House consulted. Ezekiel is a medical oncologist, not a general physician, said Shiner. The point that Shiner was trying to make is that President Obama lacks the ability to understand the critical role of the doctor-to-patient interaction, just as he fails to connect to people personally. My main objection to Barack Obama is that he is a great speaker and a lousy communicator. He isn't getting his message across to people. He isn't showing that he really cares. To this day, he hasn't communicated with members of Congress. Shiner and other interviewees in The Amateur believe that President Obama has been a failure as a president, that he has failed to live up to the hype and has left a trail of betrayals in his wake. Although Obama and Shiner did not have a close relationship, Shiner was clearly upset by how he was cut off when Obama became president. Obama invited his barber to his inauguration, but I wasn't invited. Believe me, that hurt. Well, there you go. Obama's insensitive. Thanks. Bye.